We knew we would have a good crowd here at the library this afternoon for our dedication and grand reopening, but probably had no idea we would have quite this good a crowd. And I think it is a testament in and of itself to the support that this library has from the community. We thank you very much for being here. We will try to move quickly through the program so that those that are standing, it's not an inconvenience for you, and we'll move through as quickly as we can. Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Adkisson. I am currently serving as president of the Chatham Area Public Library District. Been in that capacity for a few years now and enjoy immensely every minute of doing that. This opportunity would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of a lot of people. And one of the first groups that I want to introduce, who's not anywhere else on the program, but is the other trustees that you have elected to run this library district. First of all, Chris Westerland, if you raise your hand. Chris Westerland, she serves as our vice president. Some of these individuals may not be here. I haven't had a chance to get around to see everybody yet. Megan Becker serves as our treasurer. I'm not sure if Megan is here or not. I don't see Megan here. Jenna Snow is our secretary. Jenna, there in the back. Thank you. Other trustees, Dr. Donna Corbeau. Donna. Eric Fitzgerald. I don't know if Eric's here yet or not. He could probably be here in a bit. Eric Fitzgerald, the American Family Organization here in town as well. And Lisa Welpley. I know I saw Lisa. Lisa's back there. Thank you. We've got a great board. We really do. It's been phenomenal, the work that they've done to get this to the point where we're at today. I am very humbled to have the chance to be here in front of you today because this is a phenomenal library. It's a phenomenal opportunity. And I don't want to think that it's any one of us in particular that did this, and I'm greatly humbled for this opportunity. But I'm also very proud of our accomplishments, and I'm proud of the accomplishments to be able to provide this kind of a focal community center, a community center that can provide education to young and old alike, rich and poor, it doesn't matter. But we can provide this type of community center for everyone. And we want to continue that into the future, and we believe that we will be able to continue that into the future because of the support that you have given us. This is your library. This is a community library. This is a library that every one of you can walk in the door and use, and we are so proud that that the community has supported us to be able to provide this for you. Overall, library usage is up nationwide. Statistic after statistic says that in a recession, the libraries tend to flourish. And I don't believe that we're any exception to that. And library usage continues to escalate and grow. It seems like every month when we have a board meeting, Linda will say, well, statistics are up from a year ago of 10%. Statistics are up 12%. Statistics are up 8%. Statistics are up 18%. It seems like month after month after month, we continue to see an increase in usage here. You know, people are looking for economical ways to save money, and what a great asset that the library is to be able to do that. I'm going to call on, I'll serve as your master of ceremonies as well. I'm going to call on Father John Nolan to give us the dedication.
Let us pray. Blessed you are, Almighty God, ever ancient, ever new, and greatly to be praised forever. Few expenditures are more justified, few pursuits more worthwhile than the time, energy, and money placed on the expansion and modernization of a library. Next to you, our God, there is no greater power than that of knowledge. Contained in this building are the seeds for 1,000,000 new and better ideas. Lord, as a nation, we tell the world that we believe in God, that we believe in truth, in knowledge, and in education. Let this be a place which provides the opportunity to increase our wisdom, enrich our lives, entertain us, and give us strength for life. Through the resources available in this building, may the values and perspectives of tomorrow's leaders be shaped and formed. and we dedicate this library to that end. And we do so in your name, gracious God, in whose image we have been created. Amen.
I'm going to ask next to come up will be Linda Meyer. She serves as our director for the library and has been here for a number of years. And it would not be possible without her vision, without her hard work, and her dedication. So Linda?
Thank you, Jeff. First, I would like to thank every single one of you for coming and being a part of this celebration today. It means a lot to have each and every one of you here. As Jeff already said, community support for the library is the reason that this project happened. As many of you know, the library's model for team effort is geese flying in formation. As each goose flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the birds that follow. By flying in a V, the whole flock adds 72% greater flying range than if each bird flew alone. Our team library migration to our newly expanded and renovated facility was made possible by our sense of community and our common purpose as we progress toward our destination. By rotating the hard work and receiving lots of honking and encouragement, we were able to keep up our speed and keep all of the flock from getting too tired to complete the journey. As the lead goose, I've been privileged to receive many of the compliments and congratulations on the final outcome of our project. And I'm happy to accept those kudos on behalf of the entire library team who helped to turn a vision for the library into a reality. So I'd like to thank and recognize some of the many members of Team Library. First would be the library board, who listened to our community, involved community members in strategic planning, and worked to identify community needs. Passed an operating referendum, then a building referendum, and led the entire process by providing committee leadership, making the hard decisions that are a part of any worthwhile project, and providing encouragement to keep our team flying in formation. Along with the library board, the Friends of the Library provided support in countless ways. Members of the Friends volunteered for all of our series of moves and were instrumental in planning for our new Bank and Trust Cafe and Balo bookstore, which will be run and staffed by the Friends of the Library. Our Library Foundation took on the responsibility for our Come Grow With Us campaign, which provided for many of the special aspects of the projects, such as our artwork, landscaping, and many other items. An extremely important key to the success of the project has been the library staff. They have participated since the inception of the project with ideas, their visioning, their planning, their creativity. They initiated the actual design by working with graph paper to provide ideas for every single area of the library. Our staff smiled and kept up good customer service all through the construction, dust, noise, and smells. They kept up the honking and encouragement and persevered through all of the day-to-day disruptions. They've taken turns doing the hard tasks and sharing the leadership that it takes to keep the library running smoothly. They continue to stand by each other and make the library team strong. Another example we have from the V formation of the geese is that when the lead goose tires, it rotates back into the formation and another goose flies to the point position. We have had the good fortune to have a project coordinator, Susie Fairfield, who was willing to take on the hard tasks and share the leadership to keep the library working together. As many of you know, Susie is a master of details. She was able to help the library coordinate all of the details with our architect, contractor, subcontractor, and other various committees. She spent countless hours immersed in all of the nitty-gritty aspects of the project. And if you had seen her on her hands and knees in her jeans as many times as I have, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Many of the special aspects of this project would not have been possible without Susie's dedication and attention to detail. As you entered the library today, you probably noticed all of the new plantings along the front of the building. Many months ago, the Landscape Committee began meeting to prepare for this day and to envision a new look for the green areas around the library. They brought their own skills and capabilities to the library team and helped to make sure that our final outcome included beautiful landscaping. Another group who shared their gifts and talents was the Art Committee. They also have held many meetings, listened to ideas, and developed policy to ensure that our artwork represents and enhances the mission of the library. On Saturday, April 25th, from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, the Art Committee has planned a special event to feature all of the new artwork that is now a part of the library's collection. A number of artists will be on hand that day to discuss their work, and everyone is invited to come back for that special day. A final important component of the library team is our volunteers, and that includes many of you. They have been a part of every aspect of this project, from planning to completion. Some of the tasks our volunteers have worked on include shelf building, book shifting, furniture building, furniture moving, cleaning, and painting. Organizations such as Kiwanis provided food for volunteers. The JCs provided manpower for the heavy-duty lifting. Members of the Friends of the Library Board and hundreds of individuals helped in countless ways to make sure all of the work got done in time for the next phase of the project. On a personal note, I want to publicly thank my husband for all of his above and beyond volunteering for the library. The library in Chatham has a history of being a community effort. The Chatham Women's Club inspired and worked to start a library in Chatham in 1970. They persevered in their efforts until finally, in 1986, a demonstration library opened in Main Plaza with 1,700 square feet of space, a collection of 5,000 books, and 2 employees. As the Chatham community grew, the demand for more library services, programs, and materials increased. Finally, in 1995, the original library in this location was built with 13,600 square feet of space, a collection of 35,000 materials, and I believe we had about 12 or 13 staff at the time. And then at the completion of this project, the library has grown to 28,900 square feet with a collection of 75,000 items and a staff of 30 full and part-time employees. We're now poised and prepared to serve the community with new technology, materials, programs, and services. Through the combined efforts of the entire library team, we've accomplished our dream of providing a really top-notch library for our growing Chatham area community. I do want to take just a minute to introduce the new library director, Amy Enan. Where are you, Amy? There you are. Please step up so everyone can see you. And Amy will be taking over as of July 1st this year.
Thank you, Linda. Let's give her a As Linda mentioned, to come grow with this campaign, Dr. Donna Corbeau chaired that. I'll turn it over to Donna. That was a part of the foundation, so Donna.
Back in 2006, the foundation began the Come Grow With Us campaign in the fall. And what we did was solicit help from many individuals, from the Friends, from the board, from even people in the community, all came together to look at what could we do as a community to help our library. And that was sort of the beginning of that whole group, the Come Grow With Us campaign. Because of that was in the fall of 2006. We had the referendum then in November, and it passed. But the committee had already begun its work, and we started raising the funds to help give all of the extras that you see, many of them around the library. I'd like to acknowledge those people now, and if they're here, please have you stand. I know some of you are here, and either raise your hand if you're standing or stand up if you're sitting, please. Gary and Barbara Ballo are not here, I know, but the Friends, oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Please stand. We have a special room, which you see, the Friends bookstore, and I invite everyone to go and look at that and the cafe afterwards. We also have the Bank and Trust. Is there anyone here from Bank and Trust? That also donated a room, the cafe, adjoining the bookstore. We have actually at the time also over $80,000 that was donated. And I might add some of that, and Ballos can attest to it, has not entered the library per se, but we're letting it sit as a nice investment. And that also is part of a conference room, I believe, that you also have funded. David and Jane Hay and their children, Brandon and, is it here?
Yeah, they back there in
and Justin, they donated the children's area, and I would really have everyone go into that young children's area. It's just a wonderful place. It is so exciting, and the children just love being there. I've seen them playing, and then also learning and reading. I might add, also in that area is a miniature library, and Gene Burnett, I just have to say who built this, because he was in my high school class. Gene, I know I saw you earlier. Are you around here? No? Yes, he is. There he is. And also, a rug was donated by the Kiwanis for the children in that area also. Is there anyone here from Kiwanis? And we also have a very exclusive, I think, room, very piece de resistance, the Opal Lee History and Genealogy Room. And Linda and Ann, could you please stand and acknowledge that? And really, in that room, you definitely have to go see, because there's so much historical pieces that came from the family and from Chatham. An old church window that we put into the architecture that came from one of the first Catholic churches of Chatham. So that's very special, along with a lot of other historical items. Also, the foundation, even though Vic is going to be talking about it, but the foundation actually donated the bench. If you look at the tree outside, where everyone has a leaf or a branch or something that they donated money, but at the base of that, we now have a bench, and with 2 children sitting on it. And we actually got the bench over a year ago, and children love that bench. They sit by the children reading, and they have their books, and they read, and it's really cute. But that's thanks to the foundation funding that. We also have a grant that was received from the Ronald McDonald Charities. And that was a grant of more than $10,000 that went toward, if you look in the children's area, there is a tree that the kids can climb in and out of, and down slides, and it's kind of fun. So that was part of that grant, along with the Wii, which if you want to Wii it, come by and we're going to Wii it soon. So thank you all. You just did a wonderful job. And I might add that we had many other people that gave, that over $80,000 was contributed.
Friends of the Library are an integral part of the volunteerism spirit that we have here. Jean Glazer is chair of that group. Jean also is our playwright. So, Jean, I will turn it over to you.
I'm supposed to take responsibility for all these murders and shouting. Okay, all of you actually are friends of this library and join us in wishing the library very well. People have already mentioned the big endeavor that the Friends of the Library will be having, which is the Bank and Trust Cafe and the Barlow Bookstore. They're not open today, but I urge you to go by and look, see the books that you might like to pick later, have an opportunity to look over all these wonderful pastries and so forth. There will be an opening of that, grand opening tomorrow with a ribbon cutting at 11:30. And you're urged to come by and have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever and enjoy that. Every one of you that has ever walked into this library and told one of us or Linda or one of the staff, gee, I wish I could get a cup of coffee, your moment is here.
As we mentioned, the Library Foundation, Dr. Vic Larry is currently serving as president of the foundation. Turn it over to you, Vic.
What an occasion, what a day. I want to reiterate a little bit of what Jeff and Donna and Linda and Jean have said. I think everybody in this room shares credit for bringing this project, this wonderful building and its services to life today. So right now, just everybody give yourself a little silent pat on the back because you did it. Do we live in the best place? Now that's not a rhetorical question. That has an answer. And the answer is yes. When I look out this time of the year when Mother Nature is showing us her spring colors and the grass is getting green and the air smells so fresh, I'm sure this is my favorite time of the year. Until October, of course, when the fall foliage comes out, and then I'm sure that's my favorite time of the year. A personal note for a moment. When I was a little bitty boy, my mother would take me and my 2 sisters to the public library, which was a one-room neighborhood library in Dallas County. But it was a wonderful room because the walls were lined with books. And you could take them home, an armful, and keep them all week. And that introduced me to the world of books, the world of ideas, and the world of knowledge. And from the families I see today, and I see in the library all the time, I think other mothers are doing the same thing. As I walk around today, though, the library is so much more than just books. And I see genealogical archives, audio visuals, tapes, discs, computers, all of these wonderful 21st century things. So I have a challenge. I don't think there's anything available anywhere in the world today that can't be had right here in our Chatham. We live in the best place.
Thank you, Dr. Larry. He was on our search committee as well when we had the search for the new library director, and we came up with the expression Vicisms. And if you have a chance to visit with him very often, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He is a very profound, introspective individual. Next, we have a representative from the Illinois State Library, Ann Craig, who is the director of that organization. Ann, I'll turn it over to you for a few comments.
Thank you so much. I bring you congratulations and greetings from my boss, Secretary of State and State Librarian Jesse White. He sends you best wishes on this wonderful day. One of the best thing about my job is that I get to see every day the difference that libraries make, the connection that people in the library have with their community, the fact that they're out there and they're bringing people in and they're taking something out as well. It's just a wonderful thing. Libraries are great places. My mother and father were librarians during their lives. My father's here, as a matter of fact. Tom, raise his hand. That's my son pointing to him. And when we were little, we thought, when my brother and I were little, my brother's also a librarian, by the way. When we were little, we thought everyone was a librarian. The people who came to our house, they were librarians. It was very strange. So anyway, the moral of my story is, love your librarians. They will never let you down. To paraphrase Mark Twain, cauliflower is nothing but cabbage that's been to the library.
So her family's got a little book value. As many of you know, that our library is affiliated with a number of other libraries, and we're in what's called the Rolling Prairie Library System. And I've been asked Bev Over, the executive director of that organization, to come forward and give a few words.
Wow. I walked in and I thought, is this the same building? No, it's not the same building I've been in before. And it wasn't too long ago, we were here and celebrating Linda's 20 years here as a director. And now we're back to dedicate this marvelous building. I have been in this building several times before, but coming in today was just amazing to see the volume of people, the number of people that are coming here because you love your library and you support your library. And that means an awful lot to the board and the friends and the staff. I deal with many libraries in the Rolling Prairie Library System, and when someone asks questions, sometimes they say, well, you need to call Linda, or you need to call so-and-so at the Chatham Library. They've done that program, they might be able to help you with it. So I'm very happy to be here today. In walking around, I was in the children's area, and there was a little one, probably under a year, crawling around on that rug given by the Kiwanis, and I thought, this is what libraries are for, to bring the little ones in to learn. But it's not just for the little ones, you know? Those of us that are a little bit older and have some gray in our hair, maybe can't walk as well as before. There are things for us here too. The library is for absolutely everyone, and I am so pleased to be here. And Jeff, if you can come up here, please. I've got a plaque here from Rowan Prairie congratulating you on this marvelous new building. So congratulations.
We will certainly find a place of prominence to hang this. Thank you very much, Bev. We also want to hear from those who helped actually physically lay out, build, erect the building here. And we're going to start off with Mark Misselhorn. Mark is with A-Pace Design, Architects and Engineers. We appreciate you coming.
And I can say without a doubt that your library has consistently had more people, used by people of all ages every single time I'm here. And that says a lot about the community, your use, and your use of the facility and how you embrace the services here. And as I said, we're extremely proud to be a part of this, and we are just a part of it as the architects and engineers. You'll be hearing from Matt Allen from Audubon, the general contractor, but it like the geese, it's a team effort. It takes a lot of effort from a lot of different people, and we're very pleased to be a part of it. Jeff asked me before the program here, he said, Mark, did you think the library turn out the way you envisioned it? And I said, truthfully, it exceeds my expectations. We couldn't be more pleased or proud of how it has turned out, and the great use it has. And I know your community is going to just get wonderful use out of it for generations. And for that, we're very honored and humbled to be a part of. I just want to say certainly a thank you to Susie Fairfield and to Linda. They were wonderful to work with. I'm going to miss them as we close. We're still not totally done. There's still some things to tie up here, but they were wonderful to work with, and Susie's efforts, particularly as Linda pointed out, were indispensable throughout the project. The board, by the way, was a wonderful board and great to work with as well. There's some of the contractors are here as well, so I know they're proud of the building too, and it's been a wonderful effort to be a part of. And congratulations.
As Mark referenced, our general contractor was Audubon Company, and Matt Allen. I'll call Matt to the podium here to make a few comments, and appreciate your involvement here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll keep this pretty brief too. I won't take too much of your time, but as many of you know, this project was a particularly difficult project to kind of undertake, and it was quite time consuming. So with that being said, Audubon Company, along with all of our subcontractors, would like to take this time to personally thank Susie and Linda, Mark Misselhorn, and all of the library staff for all of your help and your patience. We really needed it, so thank you. And who can forget our very young, handsome, and extremely talented project superintendent, Ray Fry, I think is way in the back. He paid me to say that, by the way. It goes without saying that without Ray and all of his help, we wouldn't be standing in this room today because it probably wouldn't be done. So, thank you, Ray. Lastly, I would like to thank the Village of Chatham for allowing Audubon Company to become a part of your truly exceptional community. And we hope that you enjoy your new facility for many, many, many years to come. Thank you.
I was going to close by saying, and when you need to expand again, please think of us. I'm not sure how to introduce Susie. Susie Fairfield served as our project coordinator. She previously had been a trustee on the board, and when this opportunity came along, she decided to step down from the board and apply for the position of project coordinator. So there are, Linda said, there are detailed people in the world. I'm used to think I was one of them, but I learned I'm not at all. You want to know how many outlets are in this building, how many jacks, how many feet of wire, how many yards of carpet, Susie can probably tell you. And she was very diligent in reviewing the plans to be able to make sure everything went according to plan. Susie will come up, if you come up and make a few comments, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. As project manager, it was my job to act as liaison between the library and the architect and the contractor. It was a job that fit my skills perfectly. I worked with budgets, reviewed building plans, helped choose new interior finishes, ordered equipment, chose furniture, maintained records, wrote specifications, planned collection and office moves, of which there were many office and collection moves, and worked with various vendors. The overall project encompassed many tasks. I'm very proud of the finished project. First of all, I'd like to thank Director Meyer, the library staff, and the Board of Trustees for all of their assistance, patience, and support. I'd like to also thank the following people and companies: Ed Stanfield and Hubert McGrill, and then also the Glenn Grunt team. They offered great assistance during our move processes. Robin Hovey of Workspace Solutions and Kruger International, Seth Cox of Mulberries, Court Dickinson of Madison's Furniture, Bob Koch of Star Graphics, Kim Harris and Celeste Ford of Wiley Office Furniture, Jeff DeGiel and his staff at Transaction Marketing. They helped with ordering and assembling the many shelving units that we purchased for the new portions of the library. Dave Hope and Greco's and Chad Cormia and the folks at Bunomatic helped greatly with purchasing equipment for the cafe and kitchen. Susan Day of the Exciting Windows by Susan Day was very easy to work with when ordering new window treatments. As you see, I'm listing all the people that I dealt with. Mike Fox of Fox AV designed and installed the AV systems in the gallery, conference room, and computer lab. And as you saw, we have like the dual thing going. It's really cool. Lots of really cool AV stuff in this building. Mike Milburn and Steve Metzger of Mancom One helped with structured cabling and our wireless system. Mark and Lori McWilliams and the staff at Copper Tree Outdoor Lifestyles created the library's beautiful landscaping. Larry Perko and the Long Perks crew went above and beyond to get the library lawn under control. Tim Brinkman and B&B Electric did a great job on the library structured cabling. Kim McDonald of CT Innovations got our phone system up and running. We have Scott Parker and Central North Security who worked on our security systems. Karen Moore and Lincoln Lane Architectural Graphics team for doing such a great job on our new signage. Then I'd like to thank Mark Misselhorn and Mark Portis, Tracy Calkins, and Julie Coogan for all the other engineers and architects at APACE Designs for doing such a great job in designing the renovation and addition project. I have a copy of the PowerPoint that we were playing earlier for APACE, and I also have one for Matt and Audubon too, so there you go. I'd also like to thank the Audubon crew. The new Chatham Area Public Library is a community jewel. And I want to thank Matt Allen, the project estimator, and Ray Fry, their site superintendent, for all of your hard work and dedication to getting the project finished. Finally, I'd like to thank my family who put up with my long and unusual hours and my constant talk of the project. Thank you.
Free time you've got. This jewel that we have here, as Susie put it, would not be possible without the support of the community. And as our community leader, we've got village president and Mayor Tom Gray. So I'd like you to make a few comments if you could.
Thank you for inviting me, Susie, Jeff, Linda. I want to start by saying I share Dr. Larry's observation. People of Chatham and the community are number one, and this really demonstrates it. This is a very special occasion, and on behalf of the Village of Chatham and our village board, I'd like to congratulate the library board, friends of the library, and all the people who worked on this project. It is something very special for our community. And we all know that libraries are a vital community asset. They show our strength of, and this project shows the strength of our sense of community here. And it shows our demonstration It demonstrates our dedication to educational and cultural excellence. And you guys are to be commended for everything you've done. This will really serve our community now and in the future. And I think when I speak for our community and the village board, that please call us if you need any help. We stand here to support you, and whatever it takes, we'll work with you. Please call us and let us help serve the community like you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We would be remiss if we didn't thank our elected officials as well. We're joined today by Senator Larry Bomke. I'd like to have you opportunity to give us a few words as well, Senator.
Thank you, Jeff. You'll be happy to know I'm the last speaker. I'm going to make it very quick. You know, we have a lot to be thankful for here in Sangamon County. One, not the least of which, we have one of the best state's attorneys in the state of Illinois, John Schmidt, who's joining us here today. Do you live out here now? I suspect he's living about moving out here. You know, it's been my experience. I represent 3 counties, Sangamon, Menard, and Logan County, and it's been my experience that the communities that do well are those that support the learning in the community and the educational system. And those communities do well because people want to be there. I think that's pretty obvious, Mayor, in Chatham. And then businesses want to be there because the people are there. But I have some communities who don't support the educational or the learning in the community, and the opposite occurs. People move out and businesses move out. I think Chatham is the epitome of supporting educational and learning in your community, and I want to congratulate you for this wonderful library. The people here today, I can't tell you how many ribbon cuttings I attend in any given year, and rarely do we have this kind of turnout. So my congratulations to Chatham for an outstanding library, and certainly if ever there's anything myself or Representative Brower can do in the General Assembly, do not hesitate to let us know. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Senator Bomke. And we also want to say thank you to him on another front, where there is a piece of legislation that the library is working on that affects our district. And it's come out of the House. Representative Brower carried it over there, and it's gone over to the Senate now. And Senator Bomke has picked it up over there, and we look forward to working with him on that piece of legislation. Thank you for your help and assistance on that. We want to take the time now to say thank you again. I know we've said it 100 times, but I don't think any time you have been given somebody's tax dollars to work with, you can ever say thank you enough. And we want to say thank you to each and every person here that is every time they've paid their taxes, they've helped contribute to the library. Every time you come in here, you've helped build this sense of community that we have. We have many, many people to, as you've heard, to say thank you to. And just a few of them are up here, and many of them are out. Most of you are out in the audience to reserve the thanks. With that, we were going to do our ribbon cutting ceremonies out in front of the giving tree, which is out there in the main hallway of the library. We will do several different shots, just so people know. We will try to do shots with the dignitaries, elected officials that we have here, the Board of Trustees, Autobahn, contractors, and APACE architectural people. Major donors, any major donors that are there, we'd like to get your picture out there as well. We'll do staff, Friends of the Library Board, and Foundation Board. So if you're in any of those groups, you can kind of make your way up there to that giving tree, so that we can get the proper pictures and get all the stuff for the archives that we need to get done. Thank you again for being here. We hope that you come back often, come back and take as much stuff as you want, because it doesn't cost you anything. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Oh, and there are refreshments in that room, the children's activity room. There's coffee and